Another day and another group of left-wing snowflakes melting down. Why? Because someone on GB News expressed an opinion. Alright, I am back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about GB News. Let's talk about the left-wing snowflakes. Every now and then, on a regular basis, they send complaints to Ofcom. They send out angry, mean tweets about someone on GB News expressing some sort of opinion. Now, this is going to be fascinating because all that happened was Darren Grimes on his show on GB News talked about people who are entering the country illegally. And he was reacting to Suella Braverman, the new Home Secretary's new promise to tackle illegal migration. And, well, first things first, whether you agree or disagree, whether you're right wing or left wing, that was his opinion. That's the point of the show. It's an opinion-based show. Secondly, just go and watch that clip. If you're going to Twitter, for example, this is basically the tweet you could find. That's the clip is underneath. I'm not going to show it for copyright reasons. But just watch it. Even if you're a balanced person who likes nuance, you actually understand there's nothing wrong with it. But people kicked off. Specifically, one of the verified blue tick people, Saban Khadir, or whatever his name is, he said, "I've just reported to GB News for this hateful misinformation and misleading tweet from this journalist." But Darren Grimes is not a journalist, but okay, fair enough. So that's interesting. So he decided not to actually even file a complaint to Ofcom. Complain to Twitter. Why are you complaining to Twitter? It makes absolutely no sense. The show was on GB News. You're unhappy because he posted a clip of it on Twitter. Do you really think, if you're a lefty, that if Twitter brings it down, you've now shut down GB News? Darren Grimes is now going to change his mind. Oh, now I love open borders. I love mass migration. That's not how real world works. This guy, fascinating enough, is the same verified blue tick guy, on his own bio on Twitter, says, look at the bottom right, it says, "Views are mine." So he does believe in people having their own views. So, and he says he's a freelance journalist. So he's a journalist and he's got his own views. That's exactly what Darren Grimes is doing. And then, loving enough, look at the banner. "The only true wisdom is knowing you know nothing." Pot kettle idiot. You are literally an idiot. If you just go on your own Twitter bio, that will own you. You will be destroyed by your own Twitter bio. Absolute idiocy. Now, some people reacted on Twitter. Let's have a look at this. Just an ordinary person said, "Instead of trying to shut his voice to get him cancelled, debate with him why you think he's wrong. The British taxpayer can't pay for everything, can they? Why exactly should their money be covering this cost and not provide the same for homeless people, for example?" Now, someone else, Lynn English, said, "I bet you were a lovely person to know at school. Your teacher's favourite, with all the tales you had to report to them. You're from Scotland. Try living in a high immigration area for a few months and see how you get on with overcrowding, shortage of services, schools, and everything else." That first paragraph, spot on. Absolutely brilliant. You are definitely one of the cool kids to hang out with in school. You can't really tell, no one can tell anything to anybody because people will just grasp them. But that is what we are dealing with, ladies and gentlemen. We are the beacon of hope and glory right now in this country. Well, that's why channels like mine exist. That's why, thanks to your support, we're going to continue every single day to expose these idiots, to fight for freedom, fight for British values. Someone else to it, right? It's just us, me and you guys. We're going to come back in half an hour. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to give you the latest updates from the uprising in Iran, because that's another thing that the mainstream media are not really reporting on, are they? What we're going to do it on this channel. Subscribe to the channel. I'm Tousi and we are the media.